Hey everybody, back in Hong Kong after a week in Europe. I have a bunch of packages to unbox. I have here the Elephone S8. It's an engineering sample, so not even the final production unit yet. And I have a new Doogie Mix, the new silver edition. So just a quick look at the Doogie. Same phones before, except it's shinier now. I do like that the Doogie feels quite comfortable in the hand because it's a smaller 5.5-inch screen compared to the Xiaomi Mi Mix or the Mate Alpha. But you know, since I already reviewed and covered the Doogie Mix, I'll do this later. I have too many other products to test for now because I'm gonna be getting Xiaomi's Mi Mix 2 very soon too. So let's just focus on the Elephone S8 for now because this is the new phone. So engineering sample. I just got the package today. It is 1:30 p.m. right now. I just landed back in Hong Kong at 6 a.m. I was in Berlin and Amsterdam for the LG V30 launch. So okay, so this probably won't be the final retail packaging because this is a pre-production unit basically. Okay, the blue, it's like that HTC U Ultra blue. Let's check out the rest of the box first. So the Elephone S7, if you remember, was like a clone of the Samsung Galaxy S7. So I thought the S8 would be a version of that too with the 18:9 aspect ratio, but instead it's just another Xiaomi Mi Mix clone. Nice. So you get a case. It's a flimsy rubber one though, not like a hard shell one. So you get a case. Earphones? Nope. Power adapter. Okay. Oh, there's no headphone jack on this? There is no headphone jack. Okay, so this is USB-C. You plug in to listen to plug in your 3.5mm headphone jack here, and a USB. Oh, I like the cable, the little blue tint. I wonder if this matches the phone, like so you get a different color, it might come in a different color, but okay. And a SIM ejector tool. So no screen protector, unlike most of the Chinese phones, but maybe there will be one in the final retail unit. This is a pre-production unit. So let's compare the devices really quick. Let me get out my Mate Alpha and my Xiaomi Mi Mix. So here's the Xiaomi Mi Mix. Okay, here's the Mate Alpha. I'm gonna power up the device too. So as you can see, the top, you can see the bezel very clearly. So it's not like the Xiaomi Mi Mix where there's like almost nothing here. This is a screen protector thing, so ignore this. Yeah, so you notice on the Mi Mix how slim it is. So the Elephone S8, it's like all the other Mi Mix clones out there. This is the Mate Alpha, so this is the Mate Alpha next to the Elephone S8. Pretty similar in terms of bezels. Ooh, but the Elephone S8 has much smaller bottom bezel. In fact, let me take out that Doogie Mix. I will do an official unboxing of the Doogie Mix again later. But so this is the Doogie Mix. Okay, so props to Elephone. They got the bottom bezel a bit smaller than Doogie, and a lot smaller than the Mate Alpha. So putting it side by side with the Mate Alpha, I think it's a bit weird that if you look at the phone, this end is thinner than this end. So right here it's pretty thin, but right here it slopes up a bit. I think it's to make room for the camera, but there's still a camera bump, so I don't know what the deal is. So the Doogie Mix is a better build overall. I like the dual camera modules on the back better because it's more clean. Mate Alpha looks pretty good too. I mean, these two phones just look so similar. These Chinese phones are just Like it's like they all the factories are like right next to each other or something. So they just like send spies to each other and just copy each other's shit. So, but the problem with the Doogie Mix, if you see my review, is that it only has a 720p display. And the Maze Alpha has a 1080p, which is good enough. I think 1080p is good enough. But the Elephone S8, what makes it special is it has a 2K Quad HD display. So yeah, I just pulled up the stats here. So the Elephone S8 runs Android 7.1, Helio X25, 4 gigs of RAM, 64 gig storage, 2560 by 1440 resolution. I will check the phone myself, obviously, later when I get to play with it for a bit, but this is just, you know, the first look at this. To be honest though, I'm one of those people who can't quite tell the difference between a 2K resolution and 1080p. So my Xiaomi Mi Mix is only 1080p, but if I put the two phones side by side, it's not like I can see, oh, the 2K looks better. But anyway, just a very quick look at the Elephone S8. It feels pretty good in the hand. The screen is, how big is the screen? Same size as the Maze Alpha, so 6-inch. The Xiaomi Mi Mix is 6.3, and the Maze Alpha is 5.5, so that's why it's so much smaller. But props to Elephone for getting the bottom bezel so small. So I will play around with this phone for a bit, and I will come back with a more hands-on video. And hey everybody, I'm back. So I played with this phone for all day, so let's just get right to it. So first of all, this phone has a really different take on the Android navigation experience. So there is no software buttons at all. This is different from the Xiaomi Mi Mix, the Maze Alpha, and and any other budget bezel-less phones I've tried. So how you get around is you tap the button to go back. You long press the button to bring up an overview. So then to go home, you double tap on it. So it's kind of a clever way to get around having navigation buttons or on-screen buttons take up space. Because like on the Maze Alpha, for example, so there's a row of buttons that you can hide, but if you want to get around, you have to use these buttons. Mostly. There is a way to back out of stuff to use this button, but you can't bring up overview or any of that. And so that means this huge bezel, it's mostly wasted. It's just for the fingerprint scanner. That doesn't really do anything. So I like that, at least with the Elephone S8. They put a bezel here in the fingerprint reader, but you can use it to completely get around the phone. You don't have to waste more screen real estate with buttons. So looking at specs, this phone actually has pretty good specs compared to, the Maze Alpha and the Doogie Mix. So first of all, this phone runs a Helio X20 chip. So the X series is Helio's top of the line chip. The X20 is not the newest one. It came out last year, but that means at least it's still in the flagship chipset series. Whereas on the Maze Alpha and the Doogie Mix, it's only a Helio P series, so not as good. So X20 chip. So the resolution, it's a Quad HD display, 2K resolution. So that again beats the Maze Alpha, which is only 1080p, or the Doogie Mix, which is only 720p. So there's only 4 gigs of RAM, 64 gigs of onboard storage, and there's only one battery on the back. Good for Elephone, man. I just feel like these budget Chinese phones, they try to put a second camera in there just because everyone else has it, but the second camera is mostly useless. So I tested the camera today, and photos actually pretty good. For a budget device, it's really good actually. It's better than the camera on the Maze Alpha and on the Doogie Mix, definitely. So the one thing is the camera is really slow to focus, but when it does focus, shots turn out quite nice and detailed. Even in low light, which is what Chinese phones usually struggle with, I think the Elephone S8 does quite a good job. The colors are a little bit not as punchy, but they're mostly accurate. It's not too warm or too cool. Dynamic range it's okay. So this is a solid camera for a phone of this price. So I ran this phone on Geekbench just to check. It scored a 1743 single core, 4202 multi-core. That's pretty good. 4202 multi-core. It's better Almost as good as a OnePlus 3. Better than a Samsung Galaxy S7. So not bad for a phone that's $240. So the software experience so far is mostly clean. This is that same almost stock Android look that is found in a lot of other budget Chinese devices. There are not a lot of I wish there were more like gestures and shortcuts though, if you look into it. So that's all you can do. You can double tap on the power button to turn on the camera. 3 fingers swipe to get a screenshot. 2 fingers to adjust volume. I wish there was a way to double tap on the screen to turn on and off, or maybe draw a circle to turn on the camera, which you could do on the Mace Alpha and the Doogie Mix. Okay, so let's check out the screen for media. Let me turn off the volume a little bit. So speaker gets decent loud. The sound is a little bit distorted right now. So let me step out to the living room. So the bezels around the screen, it's not bad. It's not as thick as on the Doogie Mix, I think. So that's it for now. I have like too many phones on me right now to really spend too much time with one. I'm getting the Xiaomi Mi Mix 2 tomorrow. I'm quite excited about that. So I'll be back with a review in maybe a week or two. There's just too much stuff to review right now. So I have this, the Umi Digi S2, which is like a clone of the Samsung Galaxy S8 with that 18:9. I have the new Doogie Mix Silver Edition. So just a lot of stuff, but Elephone S8 so far very impressive. Quad HD display on a budget device that's under $250. These Chinese companies, man, like they're just offering such good values. Alright, thanks for watching.